Hayls world, these are the AirPods Pro, and I have some really cool things to show you guys. So starting off with some really cool gestures, and once you have your AirPods in your ears, if you press and hold down on one of the stems, you'll hear an audible ping in your ears, and that means you've just changed from noise cancellation mode to transparency mode, or vice versa. What's also really cool is you can do this with either of the buds, and it even works on phone calls. Another cool gesture is if you quick press on either of the buds, you can play or pause any music or media you're listening to. You can also answer or decline calls like this. Then if you're listening to music on your phone and you press the button twice, it'll actually skip forward a song. If you press on it 3 times, it'll restart that song, and if you press on it 4 times, it'll go back to the previous song. And of course, this all works on both buds. Now this is a really cool little sneaky feature, and what you're going to want to do is head on over to Control Center in Settings and add this hearing icon to your main Control Center so you can access it really easily and toggle this feature on. Then what you're going to want to do is take your buds out of the case, pop them in your ear, and then once you swipe down on Control Center, you're going to toggle on this live listen feature. And what this allows you to do is actually listen to audio via your phone's microphone straight into your AirPods Pro. So if you put your phone down near where some people are maybe having a conversation, you can actually listen in on that conversation via your AirPods Pro, because obviously the audio is being picked up through your phone. This is a really interesting feature and can be used in a number of different scenarios where you just need to hear the audio a bit better, perhaps in meetings or lectures, you name it. Now, if you've seen my previous iPhone videos, you'll know this one, but if not, did you know you can actually pair 2 pairs of AirPods to your iPhone? Regardless of what gen AirPods you have, they will all work, as well as Beats by Dre, which is super epic, and all you're gonna do is once they're out the case and in your ears, you head on over to Control Center, and then this tiny little icon right over there, you tap on that, and then you will see both pair of AirPods appear. All you're going to do is toggle them both on, just as you see here, and now they are both connected to your iPhone, literally as easy as that. You can also toggle the volume of each AirPods right over here, or once again, if you swipe down on Control Center and head on over to the volume settings, you can also change the volume right over here of each pair of AirPods. So this is super epic, and now you can share audio or media with your friends. This feature is here to give us all a bit of peace of mind. Have you ever lost your AirPods or even the buds out of the case? If so, then I got you. All you do next time is you head on over to the Find My app, and once in there, you'll see all your connected devices. What you're gonna do is you're gonna look for your AirPods Pro, so mine are right over there. You tap on them, and then it'll show you the last known location of your AirPods Pro. This is so helpful, and like I said, really gives some peace of mind. Then on top of that, if let's say for instance you've lost or misplaced one of your buds, if you click play sound, a sound will literally start playing out of the buds so that you can find them. You just listen around your house or office, wherever it is you've lost them, for the sound, and just like that, it'll be so much easier to find them. And if it's just the left bud or the right bud that you've misplaced, you can choose which one you want to play the sound through. If that isn't super helpful, then I don't know what is. There are so many different ways to check the battery percentage on your AirPods Pro. And if they're charging by a wireless charger, all you do is you tap the top, and just like that, you'll be able to see if they're fully charged or not. Then of course, possibly the most easiest way if they're not in your ears is just open up the case, and like that on your iPhone, it'll show you all the battery percentage. If however they are in your ears, just swipe down on Control Center, tap on that tiny icon, and right over there, you'll be able to see the battery percentage. You can also check them via your Apple Watch. You just swipe up to Control Center, click on the battery icon, and then you will see the left AirPod, right AirPod, as well as the case. And these green circles are an indication of how much battery is left. Once you pop the buds back into the case, however, you won't see the battery percentage anymore. And then finally, you can also check the battery by just tapping on the little button at the back. You literally just click it once, and you'll be able to see whether it shows a red light, amber light, or green light, and know roughly how much charge is left. Now, of course, the noise cancellation and transparency mode are 2 huge new features, and here are a couple of ways to toggle between them. If you just push and hold down on either of the bud stems, it'll change between modes. Then if you swipe down on Control Center and access the volume settings, right over there towards the bottom, you'll be able to toggle between transparency, off, or noise cancellation. And every time you change between modes, you'll hear an audible ping in your ears. Then if you head on over to settings and you go to the Bluetooth settings, once in there, just scroll down until you find your AirPods Pro. So mine are right at the bottom, and then you're going to click that little info icon. And then once again, right over there, you will see the various modes that you can toggle between. And these modes are actually super amazing. I was so impressed with how well they work. And then finally, you can also toggle between modes on your Apple Watch. So if you're listening to iTunes or perhaps a podcast and you see this little icon, you just tap on that, and right over there, you'll be able to toggle between the various modes. Now, there's no real point in buying really expensive earphones if they're not going to do the job right. And what's really cool about the AirPods Pro is not only do you get additional tips, but you can also do a quality ear tip fit test, which basically tests the quality of the seal between your ear and the buds. So they come with a medium-sized tip on, so just try those out first. But then you take them out the case, pop them in your ears, and head on over to settings. Then go to Bluetooth settings, and right next to your AirPods Pro, you'll see that little info icon. Just tap on that, and then you will see the tip fit test. Then click continue, some music will play, and then finally the results will be revealed. If the fit isn't that good, then of course, just switch out to some other tips until you find the perfect fit. Pretty cool. Now, the announce feature is also super useful, and to activate it, all you do is you head on over to settings and then you select the notifications. Once in there, you'll see this option that says announce message with Siri. If you click on that, just make sure you toggle it on, and now whenever you receive a message, Siri will automatically read it for you.
Hayls World said, wow, this announcement feature is da bum diggity.
And as you can see, this is the message I received, and she read it out word for word. You can also do this with phone calls. So once in settings again, just scroll down until you see this phone option. If you click on that, in there you will see announce calls, and then if you select that, just make sure it's on headphones only, and then whenever you receive a call, she will tell you who is calling.
Hayls World.
Now that, guys, is super nifty. So, taking the buds out of the new AirPods Pro can feel a little bit tricky, especially compared to the first gen AirPods, where it was literally as simple as grabbing the top and pulling them out. But now, because of the new design of the AirPods, it's not as easy. But I do know a little trick. And all you do is you pop your index finger at the back there and push towards yourself. It's literally that simple. They just fly on out. And seriously, guys, try this out next time you want to take your buds out of your case. Then, just like any other pair of Bluetooth earphones, you can connect the AirPods Pro to an Android device. So you're going to want to make sure your phone's Bluetooth settings are on. Then you open up the case, you click and hold down on the back button until you see a white flashing light. Then go to the Bluetooth settings on your phone, and then right over there you'll see the AirPods Pro. Simply select those, and now the AirPods are connected to your Android device. You can also still toggle between transparency mode and noise cancellation mode, as well as all the gestures that come on the buds, which is so epic. But of course, if they were connected to an iPhone, they would work a lot better and you'd get all those extra settings. If you enjoyed this video, then don't forget to like and subscribe, or you can check out some of my other videos right over here. But thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Toodles!